Origin Chance, from Suji Reaction, and this is Bir Tawil, the land that nobody wants, by the channel J. Foreman. There's a patch of land between Egypt and Sudan that no country owns. Why can't anybody claim it for themselves? No. Why is there some kind of a dispute? So I guess nobody's claiming that. I don't know. Some kind of religious significance. This is in Middle East or something. I don't know. This is gonna be a fun video. J. Foreman is a great channel. I've reacted a few videos from this channel already. You know, I love the way they use British humor to, you know, explain things. It's funny. I've never come across any other channel that is like that. So yeah, it's always funny like that. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cast whole playlist like Internet Historian, Overly Sarcastic Production, Oversimplified, CGP Grey, Tier Zoo, and yeah, let's do this one.
Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men,
And here's the map.
Map men, map men, map men.
Today's map is of the disputed border between Egypt and Sudan.
Sudan.
In particular, this bit here called Bir Tawil.
a bit of land the size of London which nobody wants.
As with many badly drawn borders,
Hold up there.
Tawil.
A bit of land the size of London which nobody wants.
Okay, why is that though? It doesn't look like that big of a land. Huh.
As with many badly drawn borders, it starts with the British.
So we'll draw a line here in the middle of the desert, ignoring all tribal boundaries, because we own this place anyway, so I don't really see it being a problem. Can I please have a sandwich?
It turns out
I thought he's gonna make a joke like Hanchu, and you know the land was like that. Yeah, this is, I guess, you know, one of the other Middle East issues after fall of Ottoman Empire. British and France basically draw the maps, and yeah.
the British got very good at drawing straight lines, seemingly unaware of all the trouble they were to cause.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, after what happened just recently, or is it continuing? I don't know. About Israel and Palestine, this feels like, you know, all the Middle East issues. It is true, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how straightforward that is, or, you know, maybe it's more complicated. But yeah, the way the borders were drawn after the Ottoman Empire's fall, yeah, that caused unrest that is going on today and probably gonna continue for a long, long time.
once a line's been drawn, that's final, right?
Unright.
3 years later, in 1902, the British drew a new line to better reflect cultural differences.
Yeah.
We should never have drawn that straight line. I can assure you the man who drew that line has been shamed.
So now there were two borders, a straight one and a squiggly one.
And here came the problem. This area, known as the Halaib Triangle, was valuable and both sides wanted to control it. So Egypt claimed the straight line,
And Sudan claimed the squiggly line. The side effect? If either side claimed Bir Tawil, they'd have to give up the Halib Triangle.
Oh yeah, that's true, isn't it? If Sudan says we have Bir Tawil, then, you know, they're basically saying the older line is what we recognize. So Egypt gets that land, triangle land. If Egypt says we own Bir Tawil, then, you know, the newer line that has been drawn, Egypt is accepting that. So Sudan gets the triangle. Damn. So I guess some other land. If both countries want some other land, the Halib Triangle. And for that, Bir Tawil gets unclaimed. Nobody's claiming that, but I highly doubt anybody's, you know, saying anything about it. So basically, that land is between these two countries, I guess. It's not, you know, more of a unclaimed land. It's just like nobody want to accept that, you know, who owns that land or whatever.
it remains the only disputed territory in the world where both sides insist it's not theirs.
So we could just go and claim it.
Technically, yes.
In 2014, an American named Jeremiah Heaton travelled to Bir Tawil and claimed it for himself.
Wait a minute, how does that work? I mean, look, they don't want to give up triangle land, that other land. And that's why nobody's claiming this land, Bir Tawil. But as far as for the world goes, you know, it's either Egypt's or Sudan's. How can just third party can come in and claim it? It's not, they are not saying that none of us want it. None of us are admitting who owns that land, because otherwise, you know, they have to give up their triangle area. So, you know, either Egypt or Sudan own it. Third party cannot just come and claim it. So how does that work?
So that his 7-year-old daughter could fulfill her
I'm a real life Elsa, devoted dad found kingdom North Sudan. Wait a minute, I think I've seen this in real life lore video, or was it a CGP Grey video? Somebody just claimed the land, and for her, I guess his daughter wanted to become princess or something. I think it was a real life lore video. African desert, so he could make his daughter a proper princess. American planted a flag in no man's land between Egypt and Sudan. It's not no man's land. No man's land usually is about trench thing. Yeah. Jeremiah Heaton promised his daughter Emily he would make her a princess. Emily 7 says, how does that work? I mean, okay, I get it. Look, Egypt and Sudan don't want that. But if somebody an American just can come and claim it, wouldn't both countries get pissed off? But no, if let's say either of them gets pissed off first, then other country can just claim it like it was your land, that's why you got pissed off. So I guess nobody can even get pissed off over this. Yeah, this is ridiculous. He also want to build a research center in North Sudan. Hopes to crowdfund the ambitious project, which will cost around $2 billion. Yeah, okay.
Her dream of being a real princess.
Ain't nothing more important than my daughter's happiness. And now she's got everything she ever wanted. Isn't that right, Sugar Plum? So, due to the value of the Hala triangle, Bir Tawil, with literally nothing in it, is internationally recognized as Terra Nullius.
Terra Nullius, plural Terra Nullius, is a Latin expression deriving from Roman law, meaning nobody's land. Okay, which is used in international law to describe territory which has never been subjected to sovereignty of any state. Yeah, but still, nobody's saying that we don't own this land. Nobody's accepting it or rejecting it. Because it's either Sudan's or Egypt. Nobody's accepting because they don't want to give up that triangle land. But it's still either of theirs. They are not saying that none of us want it. Nobody's saying that. They are saying it's, Egypt saying it's Sudan, Sudan saying it's Egypt's. It's back and forth. Nobody's saying that, this is unclaimed territory or something. So I don't know how that works. Just because nobody's claiming it right now doesn't make it, unclaimed territory. I mean, it's either Egypt or Sudan's. Because the, borders were there when British drew it. Then British, redrew it. But it was either of those countries. I don't know. So, yeah.
And although many people have tried to claim it, including worryingly Google, a lack of UN recognition,
Or indeed any kind of recognition from anybody,
has left these claims as hollow as this globe. Goodbye.
Google will be like, okay, this is a problem. How are we supposed to draw it? If you draw it either way, one of the countries is gonna get pissed off. Yeah, I guess what Google should do is just blur out that area. Don't show border or anything, just blur out. I guess. Yeah, it's land, but I guess it's conflicted area. Damn. This is ridiculous. Somebody actually came and said, you know what? I claim this land and my daughter is the princess. That's just stupid. Alright people, if you like my Rick Sunday, like subscribe, check out the Rick Sunday, there's a link in the description, check out the cast wall, please check out the end cards, and I'll see you next time.